Hello, and welcome to WTH Three Roses Podcast. We are your hosts, Deb and the Twins. Let's talk news, politics, culture, entertainment, and WTH moments. Yep, we've got a lot to talk about. Let's get started.
Welcome to Three Roses Podcast with Deb and the Twins. Today we are discussing Hannah Lee Yoder. We have a special guest joining us today who's going to help us with this discussion. Mo, thank you
Hello.
for joining us today.
Hey, Mo. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mo.
Mo is our resident fiber expert.
He's our fiber expert. Now, we're going to talk about this lady. She's on TikTok. Her name is Hannah Lee Yoder. I think she has identity issues, but we'll get there. We're going to play the video so you can see what we're talking about.
Hi, my name is Hannah Lee, and I'm a farmer. Come pick some cotton with me. Now, I know what you're thinking. What on earth is she picking cotton for? If you wanted me to be quirky, I'd say it's in my DNA. But the truth of the matter is, it's in my household. And as someone who loves a cotton stuffed mattress and a cotton stuffed pillow, and I'm getting low on both, I had to go harvest some cotton. But look at how gorgeous it is out here. You cannot tell me I wasn't born to pick cotton. Anyway, all jokes aside, I have actually come to love the cotton picking process. I love my little bulbs, and I cannot wait for them to produce more cotton. Look how cute they are. Now, the fire ants were getting on to me, so I had to go. But there's something to the process of getting home and de-seeding them and stripping the cotton down. That's just so calming. I have my 3 buckets, one for soapy water, one for the seeds, and one for my freshly picked cotton. And this process is so relaxing. I'm serious. My husband is so cute. He came and bought me coffee. We use freshly ground coffee beans for the farm, and let me tell you, it's the best coffee you will ever taste in your life. I love being a farmer. I think there's just something so incredible about getting back with nature. And speaking of nature, breastfeeding my child is going well. So props to all you moms who have breastfed. I'm at a year now, and I'm so excited because I'm about to be able to get pregnant again. And I'm ready for another little baby boy, Lord willing. I'm going to try to get to bed at a decent time because it is Saturday and I have to go worship the Lord tomorrow. But thanks for coming along with me, and enjoy your weekend.
What are your views on this video, Mo?
Just overall, I think it's outrageous. I think it's absolutely outrageous. I think it's absolutely outrageous. I think she knows what she's doing, and I think that it's even more outrageous than it seems at the beginning, because as your resident fiber expert, one of the things that I talked to my mother about is that it already is insane just from the idea of picking cotton, right? Like, we all understand what picking cotton is. She even alludes to it in the video of being a Black person who picks cotton and that it's in her blood and things like that, which is, we could talk about that all day. But as far as actual fiber is concerned, as someone who does actually process fiber most of the time, what she's doing in the video does not actually end with her getting like actual cotton that is processed and can be used for something. Even within the video, what she's doing by the end of it, she still just has unprocessed raw cotton that you can't do anything with. So that brings another question into, you can't even really say like, oh, this is just a day in my life, I'm just doing this lovely thing, yada, 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 I'm making this cotton, because the reality is it doesn't really seem like she actually knows what she's doing with it, on top of everything else racially that's going on.
No, I cringed. It was a cringe moment for me.
Which all of it?
Yeah, all of it was a cringe moment. Her running through the cotton field, it was a cringe moment for me. Yeah. I don't understand it. Mo, maybe you can give a little bit more detail, a little bit more information, but it was a cringe. It was a parody. I don't know. And then when I saw the husband, I was like, okay, now I need another drink.
I think that when I saw this, she knows what she's doing. She's doing this for clicks. There is no reason why. First I was like, well, maybe she doesn't know her identity. She's doing this for clicks. I went through her whole page and looked at several of her videos. There's one video where she lost the connection with her church because it seems as if they're upset by her videos that she's making. And then the co-op, she's lost the connection with the co-op. And so it appears that this is what she does for a living outside of living the farm life and her husband working on the farm. This is her job. And she is making a mockery out of Black people. In one of her videos, of course, she is a Trump supporter. And she even mentions, her reason for not liking Vice President Harris, because she plays on the victim mentality of Black people. Again, this lady, she has an identity crisis. She has a problem. And again, it's about clicks. I'm like, who are her parents? Who do she socialize with? Because on some of the videos, it's just her. She is the only Black person. So who is this lady? And very interesting.
Right. And I can agree. A lot of it's about the content creator. And again, you can make a lot of money as being a content creator, but I can make a lot of money as being a content creator. But how far do I want to reach? What are my morals? What do I want to surpass? How do I want to put myself out there just to make money? And money is not everything to me. And if it's against my morals, my religious beliefs, my sanity, and my beliefs, my beliefs, I'm not putting myself out there to run through a cotton field just so that Meta can pay me $10,000s of dollars. I mean, Three Roses Podcast, please share, like, and comment. Three Roses Podcast. But our morals are more important than the money. You can show me the money, give me the money. But I believe that all four of our, Sheila, Deb, and Morgan, our morals are more important than showing us the money. And I will not put myself out there like that just so that I can get the money. But again, you can share, comment, and like our videos.
And for me, my biggest issue is that identity crisis. Okay. Here's the thing. For us, yes, it has to do with our morals, our self-worth, and what we believe is important. For the majority, that's not the case. And so what we need to do as conscious people who are aware of who we are, where we come from, and more importantly, who we belong to, is that we need to start calling out these people because we need to not give them the grace that they deserve. We have way too many people that are playing games while all of this other stuff that's happening on the sidelines, playing into the political piece of racist tropes and the ability in order to disenfranchise even more and dehumanize people, make it funny, so funny. And in that funny, it allows people to be able to then, what we're seeing now, is to just basically stop with the pretending that your soft sale of racism is not what you're seeing. So now what we have is we have a president now saying, hey, when I get in office, I don't know if you saw this, and when I get in office, any state that will not enforce um, what is it, frisking,
Stop and frisk.
stop and frisk, they will not get any federal dollars. Well, who's more attacked by stop and frisk? You have people that they are doubling down on basic, just sheer racism. The whole Haitian thing has not stopped. And let me tell you something. We'll go ahead and start with a little bit about this Mark Robinson person. So, fame, control, money, and power, these people who happen to have melanin in their skin have to be talked about, have to be
Yes.
called out. We cannot no longer keep having our mouth closed because everyone is saying, well, maybe they're having a crisis. Well, maybe this or maybe that. If it looks like a duck and feels so much like a duck,
It
you know
is.
what? It's a duck.
Duck.
Yeah, I
Right.
really think mom hit it on the head there. Like one of the things I definitely agree with all the things that I've said before, there might be an identity crisis involved. There's definitely an aspect of money, but the important thing that I think a lot of people who have started this conversation aren't really acknowledging is that when you're someone who's on the internet and you're someone who has an audience, especially if you're someone who's a person of color or some other kind of minority, you have an obligation to consider not just how you are viewed, but how your videos are viewed by other people. Because one of the things that I did is I actually went through some of the comments on the actual video itself.
Yeah, I
And
did
one
that.
of them that really resonated with me is someone pointed out, rightfully, I feel, that like these kind of videos where you have her frolicking through the, the cotton field and she's
Like
having so much fun picking her cotton, like those are the kinds of things that racists can then show to be like, well, look, slavery wasn't that bad. She's having a whole lot of fun over here
Right, it's
picking
fine.
this cotton. And she should have an obligation to recognize that that is how that kind of video is going to be portrayed.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
Right. And basically, she's just making a mockery out of Black people, out of her history, out of her heritage. But then again, who are her parents? Does she even know her history? I mean, is and like Deborah said, this is not funny. And when you read through the comments, yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't see a problem with that. And most of them were of a different race because now they're saying like it's not that bad. So yeah, I think it's great.
Slavery was not that bad.
You
I enjoyed it.
Great. She's going
right.
back
You
to
enjoyed slavery.
her heritage of picking cotton.
Yeah.
Really?
It's also a larger issue because just saying that, like especially her little jab that she kept saying about the idea of like picking cotton is in her blood, like she really is diminishing eons of Black history, not just American Black history, just like Black history all the way back to Africa. It's like she's acting like our entire heritage derives from being enslaved, and that's not how that works. Like even back during slavery, like we weren't slaves. Like back in Africa, we were doctors and we were teachers.
Right.
Like we had an actual history and a heritage before then. And somehow she's gone and diminished all of it down to this idea that all we are these people who were born to pick cotton. That's outrageous. Like, why is that not being acknowledged in any significant way?
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Exactly. And that's what my problem is. And the soft voice and the soft lighting and like Maura picked out the old timey type of dressing and sitting on a bed nursing a baby
in the long dress.
That's the other part that I pointed out, just going back to the fiber artist part of it, is if she's cleaning that correctly, one of those buckets has water in it. So why would she be doing that on a bed other than to continue this like image of this like old timey, like romanticizing this like old timey existence? Like there's no reason to do it.
And I just think that when we see it, we need to start saying something about it. And I know that there will be just as many people that will say that look like us, that will say that we're fear mongering, that we're not, that nothing really was going on and things like that. And so what we need to do as Three Roses with our WTH moments is that we need to start definitely breaking down what's literally happening in real time right now. And I keep telling people, I said, is this like another situation where we're blindsided to the changing in our country that's happening so fast that I want to know, what do we do about the folks that made a decision that is not that bad and it's not what we're saying. Once this thing goes left, I want to see who then is going to come up to the table and raise their hand and say, I'm sorry, you're right. I do not really believe we have to, because we are intelligent people. Whether or not we have a letter behind our name or not, I'm talking about college degrees or not, we come from who we belong to, gives us the ability to be able to discern. We should not have to be able to wait until everything is completely in chaos to then start worrying. If you see it, if it looks like it, then start acting like adults and stop all the laughing, because this ain't funny. And when you have people that look like us selling us out, it's always been a thing. But in those days, they didn't tolerate it. So all them things about stay in your lane, you don't have to say anything if you don't agree, blah, blah, blah. We need to be fighters. We need to do this for that young lady that's sitting over there and any other folks that come behind us, because at this point, we are the elders. And it's our time to say enough is enough, and we cannot have that keep going. If you're going to be black and you're going to play that game, then we're going to call you out.
We're going to call you out. And I will say that all of us do have letters behind our names. We are educated Black women. And like our mama used to say, she didn't bring us here to raise no fool. That lady is a fool.
And there you have it. Three Roses Podcast. Mo, we thank you for being our special guest today. We look forward to bringing you on. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you would like to hear from Three Roses Podcast, and we will surely do our thoughts. Thanks for tuning in.